Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here on September 5th. We are here on a holiday. It's not Memorial Day. I think it's Labor Day. One way or another, it's a holiday today. And we're getting down to it. We're going to kick off the Kevin Owens show. I think it's 11 o'clock. I normally leave for work at 11:30. So I'm honestly on the go this morning. I wanted to make sure that I made a video. This thing's going to beep like 7,000 times because it's the first time that I've opened up my computer in at least about a week. I'm making some chicken here. Oh, it's stuck to the lid. Making some chicken. About to head to work. I just made my coffee here in my Fight Owens fight. The fridge is already open. What do you know? But where's my creamer? But we're counting down until Monday Night Raw. It's going to be a big one tonight because of the holiday. I use French vanilla creamer here in my coffee. I use the cheap Sunnyside Farms brand. But as everybody knows, last week's edition of Monday Night Raw was a big one. It was big because it was the kickoff of the Kevin Owens show. We had the crowning of a new Universal Champion in Kevin Owens. He won the title in the Fatal 4-Way. It was honestly a big surprise. In my kickoff to Monday Night Raw video last week, I basically said that I thought Kevin Owens was the guy that they should put the championship on, for the reason I thought he was the guy that was going to connect with more people than anybody else that was in that match. I thought that definitely Kaz had no chance being in that match. Rollins and Reigns were both good guys that could carry the championship. They both had reigns in the past. Roman Reigns winning the championship from Sheamus last year, carrying us through the whole TLC to Royal Rumble phase before Triple H took the title, and Reigns won the championship at WrestleMania 32. Supposed to be his huge big moment, and honestly, it didn't really mean anything. Of course, Reigns would hold the championship until Money in the Bank, when he would lose to Rollins. Immediately, Rollins was cashed in on by Dean Ambrose, who now has the championship over on SmackDown. So both of those guys were there, but I mean, we had a huge moment. Triple H returned, picked his guy. Definitely, we can see that we're working towards Triple H versus Rollins. When's that's going to be? I don't know. Can they keep that fresh all the way until WrestleMania? Is it a match that's going to happen on just an average pay-per-view? Is just Triple H going to be sort of the guy that's in the corner of Kevin Owens, a lot like he was with Seth Rollins or Randy Orton during their championship reigns? I don't know. It's still really hot, but it tastes really good. It's going to be hot to see what's going down with Kevin Owens, Triple H, Seth Rollins, and that whole championship gang. I don't even know who the number one contender is going to be. Honestly, in my opinion, you got to think that Rollins turned babyface. So we go with Rollins versus Owens, but then Triple H just fades in the background, and we remember this part of the feud for later when it comes down to Survivor Series. My ex used to hate when I would leave the cabinet doors open all the time, but I did it anyways. But I don't know, what they're gonna do with that. It doesn't really make any sense. But we'll have to see. It's one of those things that we get when we watch the show tonight. One of the questions that's on the Raw 5-point preview is what's next for Roman Reigns. That's a big, huge question mark. In my opinion, that means that he's probably going to be the number one contender. Where they would go Reigns versus Owens, which could be very good matches, or they could not. So I don't really know how to feel about that. Cesaro is down 2 matches to 0, and in his match against Sheamus last week, he suffered an injury. It looks like the injury is going to be on the kayfabe side, and they're going to keep going with their best of 7. I really thought it would have been a flat tire on their feud if they would have had to stop and then pick it back up later on down the road. But it looks like it's just going to be a storyline deal. Cesaro needs a win, and he needs it now. Just like, with the Red Sox and the Yankees years ago in the playoffs, if Cesaro gets down 3-0, it's might as well be over. But that might be the storyline that they're telling. That Cesaro lost 3 in a row because of his injury, but he's able to build his way back up. From there we go to showing the depth that Monday Night Raw does not have right now because of the brand split. They are trying to recreate stars, but They've only got 3 things highlighted on a Raw 5-point preview, and that's Bayley versus Charlotte. I don't think that Bayley's going to win the championship in her first run going up against Charlotte. I think that honestly she's going to come up short, and that's going to have to be her storyline. If you can remember, Bayley, she was coming on strong in NXT. She was sort of the underdog, and then she suffered an injury, and she was on the sideline for not a long time, but long enough to realize that Bayley wasn't wrestling. A lot like with Sasha Banks when she wasn't wrestling after WrestleMania to around SummerSlam time. She just wasn't on TV. And then Bayley came on strong, and Bayley started winning match after match after match, and you started to take notice of her to the point where she had to stand up and get her shot at the NXT Women's Championship, and that's when she took it from Sasha Banks. So that's the Raw 5-point preview. There's always going to be a surprise here or there along the way, at least because it's a holiday. People aren't saying that Kurt Angle is going to show up, but you never know. Let's check on the chicken real fast. Now they're both sort of stuck to the top there on the George Foreman Evolve. I don't know how to do it. We're fucking around. I don't know. But we'll see. That's the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview. I'll see you guys down the road. I'm pumped to kick off the Kevin Owens show, Monday Night Raw.